We're always looking for something better. It almost always seems as if the grass is greener on the other side. But why? It's because we are always looking out there. We seldom look what's right here in front of us. Some people see a person with a perfect tan and wish that they had one. Or you might be the other person who saw somebody very fair and thought that life is so unfair that you were born so dark. Or you see a friend with a very big house and you thought to yourself, I'm never gonna get such a house. Or you see a friend's spouse who is hopelessly romantic and you wish your spouse was half as romantic. You get the idea. Most of the time we wish we were someone else. Most of the time we wish we had what somebody else has. You know what the problem here is? The problem is what we see depends on what we look at. And if we only look at what we lack, what we're short of, we're going to conclude that life is not good, that we're not happy about our lives. When we look at the bad days, we forget all the good days. When we look at the tough times, we forget what keeps us moving. And what happens then? We want to give up. In a nutshell, we forget all the happy things in life. We forget to be grateful. Why do we need to feel gratitude? Gratefulness or gratitude is the act or state of being thankful for or appreciative of something. And what follows thankfulness or appreciation is usually happiness and contentment. And isn't that what we all strive to feel every day of our lives? To be happy. Gratitude plays a huge role in shaping our happiness. The more we have to be grateful for, the happier we are. That's why we should start to feel grateful for all the things in our lives. The things that we already have, no matter how small. If you're only waiting to be grateful for things you wish you had, then you're not living a life of gratitude. I know you want to be happy. Are you happy? If yes, then good job and keep it up. If not, there is a way for you to be happy, and that is to live life of gratitude. Do you have enough of it? The more, the merrier. It takes a little bit of effort at first to feel grateful, especially if you haven't been feeling grateful for every day of your life. But that doesn't mean that you should not start noticing all the good things in life today. This is the perfect timing for you to start feeling grateful for something every day. So how do you start? I'd like to share with you 3 ways to live a life of gratitude. 1. Smile when you wake up. How many of us actually notice the moment that we open our eyes and that actually we are still alive, breathing, and we are given another chance to live, to rectify something, to love somebody, to do something for someone, and just to stay beside somebody we love? How many of us notice that gift of life, notice that moment when we open our eyes and see that we are still alive and breathing? For the past 29 years of my life, I never did notice that moment. I believe only people who has a limited time or who knows that they have a limited time actually feel grateful in this manner. People with terminal illness. I lost my father to cancer about 8 months ago, and I can tell you that he was grateful for every day of his life since his diagnosis. My mother, my sister, and I all feel grateful for every year that he lived. But you don't need to wait for a reason to be grateful for something. So how do you start? How do you ensure that you remember to smile when you wake up? So before you go to bed, make sure you write a note that says, smile. Today's gonna be exciting because I'm gonna let it be. Or just the word smile with exclamation mark and a smiley face, whatever works for you. And post it on something that you look at the first thing you wake up. It could be your phone, it could be your alarm clock, it could be your bathroom mirror. Just stick it there, and when you wake up, see the note and smile. When you go and look for your clothes, smile. When you walk to the bathroom, make it a skip instead. Or you can dance to a beat in your head and keep smiling. Take a minute or two to smile and do whatever you need to do to get your mood up, to be thankful, to be happy that today is here for you. You've got to try it for at least 1 week and let me know how it has affected you. I guarantee you, you will feel different. Definitely. The second way to live a life of gratitude is to be present and take notice of all the small things in your life. This is a hard one for most of us, given the craziness of the demands of our work, our boss, our friends, our family, our children, our colleagues, etc., etc. It's hard to be present. We are constantly thinking about the next task, isn't it? But you know what? You have to be present. You have to stop being on autopilot mode. For example, when you're having lunch with your colleagues, enjoy the conversation, enjoy the food, enjoy the break, instead of thinking about the presentation slide that is due that day. Or, for example, when you make your children sleep and they require you to be in the bedroom until they fall asleep, instead of thinking about the dirty dishes and the messy floor waiting for you, try to be present and appreciate the time you have with them. This one is hard for me, but I try to be present and be thankful that they still need me, and I'm thankful for the time that I have with them. It's not like every day in the future they want to sleep with me. When you are present, you slow your mind down and you start to notice things that you hadn't noticed before you were present. And when you start to notice all these things, you realize that they're actually good things in your life. And that's how you start to live a life of gratitude. Because you start to be present, you slow your mind down, you notice all the good things, and you feel thankful for all these things happening in your life. The last point, embrace the negative. We all know that it's not all pink and rosy when it comes to life. There are times when we wish it didn't happen. There are things we wish do not happen in life. But the only way to feel grateful about it is to look for a positive side to it. And sometimes to understand that things just happen and we need to accept it. For example, a death of a loved one. There is nothing positive about that, but when you're able to accept it, you will be able to remember all the good memories and you'll be able to be thankful that all those memories actually did happen for real. That's what happens when you're able to accept and feel grateful. But most of the time though, the negative things in our lives, they all have a positive side to it if you look hard enough. Small house, at least you have a roof over your head. You just lost your job, great. There's a new opportunity awaiting for you. You know, it shows when you go for a job interview, feeling anxious about getting this job or feeling excited about this new job. So you should feel excited instead of anxious. We need to look deeper than what's on the surface. Only then will we realize that there are loads to be thankful for despite some negatives in our lives. Start being grateful today and I promise it will be worth it.